Hey everyone, it's Neon Polygons, and today I wanted to do a quick video on a very rare N64 game. Now, not many people know about this game because it was a Japan exclusive, and what makes it even more unusual was that in order to really kind of, properly play this game, you needed a antiquated memory format to essentially, take advantage of all of the game features on it. So what you see here is Mario No Photopi, which is a Mario game for the N64. And the best way to kind of think about it is a spiritual successor to Mario Paint for the Super Nintendo. Now, the best way for me to describe this game is that essentially it's a photo editor game where you get to essentially use a lot of the in-game tools and graphics to alter an image, mainly to use kind of Nintendo branded, as I call them, digital stamps to input on a photo. Now, as you'll see here, there's two slots on the top of the game cartridge, and so it's a very funky looking N64 game cartridge, as you see here. And these two slots that you see here, A and B, is therefore a format known as Smart Media. So this is the card that kind of came with the game. And as you see here, it kind of looks like a mini floppy disk or kind of a much larger SD card as we know now. But these were essentially the memory formats for, early 2000s digital cameras, mainly from Fuji. And in order for me to actually kind of use this memory onto the game cartridge, I actually need to buy a camera that actually even used this format. So I purchased this camera, which is a Fujifilm FinePix 4900, which came out in the year 2000. And it's not a bad camera for its time. It's actually quite good. And the way how this essentially works is you would put your memory card in this slot, as you see here, the one on the left, and you would put a blank memory card of equal or greater size in the right slot. And so what you could then do is import an image file from your memory card into the game, edit the photo, and then save it to your blank memory card in the right slot. And then from there, you can then take your memory card, if this was Japan, take your memory card to photo printing stations located around the country, in which you can have, your very own stickers printed of, as you see here, of basically, the film that you edited or photos that you edited within the game. The best way to kind of, or best comparison to this is probably the Casio Loopy, which, many of its games had photo editing capabilities. I guess the unique thing, obviously, for Mario No Photopi, was basically that it gave you access to Nintendo-branded graphics, essentially, again, as I call them, stamps, that you could then utilize on your photos. Okay, so here I have it set up. As you see here, here's my N64, then connecting to a import adapter, then putting in the Mario No Photopi cartridge, and then within each slot, you can't tell, but I have a smart card media in both. This is the one where I actually took the photos. This is the one where I will write my photo edits to. And I have my N64 attached into a RetroTink so I can play it here on my LED screen or LCD screen. So let's give this a shot and see how I can import photos inside. Okay, so it's showing me right now that I can look at slideshow. I can look at, I believe this is gallery, and I believe this is studio. So let's go try it out and see what happens, and if I can import a photo. Okay, so first I'm gonna try out a slideshow, and as you see here, I took 3 photos on my memory card, on my smart card media in the Fujifilm camera. And so I'm actually choosing this photo here that you see on the right to go play a slideshow game or a puzzle game. And wow, it does take quite a long time. Now the size of the photos are about 2 megabytes each. So I guess that's just how long it takes to upload a file into an N64 cartridge. So let's see how it looks. Well, that was no fun. Well, alright, here I am going to try out some of the Photoshop editing software within the game itself. It's a little bit clunky, to be honest with you. It's kind of also like very hard to navigate just because the actual analog stick itself is a little bit stiff, and so when having to choose some of the configurations, it can be a little bit, how do I put this mildly, frustrating. So here I am trying to kind of edit the photo. It's a little bit, as I mentioned, rigid, but there's a few kind of like cool, I guess, like color editing options that you can try out. Some quick little graphics that you can kind of put on, or like stamps / stickers that you can kind of put on your image. But other than that, it's not really anything special. It's kind of just really, you know, very simplistic editing software. But nonetheless, pretty cool that you can edit this, your own like real-life photos on an N64 cartridge. Well, that was a quick look at Mario No Photopi for the N64. Pretty interesting software and a cool relic for the time, but definitely something I wouldn't really suggest getting in 2024, other than for the curiosity factor. Anyways, what do you guys think about this interesting piece of Nintendo / Mario software? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks again for watching.